Hi, I'm Ikabasu. Normally, this would be our Hortum Inferos game night, but we are going to be doing a group chat slash map making slash remembering our favorite moments and Q&A kind of thing because well things have come up and it's easier for me to prepare if I have an extra week because I wasn't expecting them to go into the castle. But
Have
and
fun storming the
Castle we were
castle.
specifically told not to go into.
yeah, right.
The one thing that we were warned about was do not go into the castle.
I should have expected it.
Yeah, you should have, especially
I
since you
absolutely should.
mentioned
Yeah.
that part of it was, oh yeah, these are the O'Sheas. Hey, Lisa. Mwah. Happy love
Hi,
love.
Lisa. I think there was a goat in there too earlier.
There's a goat in there, yeah.
There's a goat.
There's a goat, there's a Lisa, there's a lot of Streamlabs popping up because I forgot to change that because I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. So right now I'm working on a map for Rosie. We can go ahead and go to the people who are here and have them do an introduction to let those here know, who they are, what they normally play.
Richard,
So,
start with Tristan.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with Tristan.
Because Raz is not here.
Alrighty. So yeah, I am Tristan. I am playing everyone's favorite smack-talking, wisecracking, always drinking lore bard Morag, the variant human from the Imperial Highlands. Shreds guitars and is a friend of Elvain's and Sparks and is looking forward to making more friends in the party as time goes on.
Heck yeah, everybody loves Morag.
Yes.
Morag!
And up next, we'll go ahead and go to Dave.
I'm Dave. Normally, I play Spark, the Warforged Artificer, guy who is wrapped in armor and surprisingly sneaky when he's not glowing.
He's not going, because yeah, he currently has a week?
9 days left.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I forgot it was that long.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll go ahead and
Glowing
go to
is
Shadow.
fun, Lisa.
We'll go to Shadow, who is not glowing.
Hi,
And it's
I'm
currently
your
being attacked
friendly
by a cat.
neighborhood Shadow Fox. In this, I play the adorable Tabaxi Divine Soul Sorcerer Ginger, who is not this kind of ginger cat, but a calico color point.
And as Lisa pointed out, no longer deaf.
And no longer deaf.
I'm no longer deaf.
Is there an echo in here?
Doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be any less cat. Oh, look, a tree.
That was funny. It's like, oh, look, a tree. Oh, look, a guard. I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of this tree now. All right, now up last we have Rosie, or at least
Hey.
until Rez and possibly Jace get here.
Hey, I'm Rose, also known as Rosie. I play the life cleric that's really not into saving people, Elvain, who's a drow cleric of Emperor Sharon. Sharon?
Sharon.
Ha!
You don't even remember your own empress's name.
I mix it up with Sharon or Shannon. It's better than me not
You're
knowing it at
terrible.
all.
You're a terrible cleric.
Blame Tristan for picking a name that sounds very similar to another name. But
I serve that.
Bless you.
Bless you. And hello.
And now that Resnoth is here, Resnoth, who are you? What do you do? Who you play?
I am Resnov. What I do, and I don't know. I just played. I guess I play D&D, and I play the character in the Hortum Inferos campaign. I play Greknock, the Goblin Professor Greknock. Yeah, he's a wizard and a rogue.
it's the only rogue we have in the party, which is why he got voluntold by the cleric.
No, I'm not the only. I'm not the only rogue in the party.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
I thought someone else was a rogue as well.
No, we
Not
just have a
anymore.
sneaky artificer.
You have a bard that can turn invisible and is proficient with thieves' tools, but is not a true rogue.
True.
Mm.
Which, I mean, technically, Elvain should have sent Morag because she can turn invisible. But I mean, rogues specialize in this shit and stuff. So, I mean, and given drow and small folk ideas of stuff, it's not too out of the ordinary for her to throw her team under the bus.
You guys deal with this.
I mean, it's Elvain. Did you literally expect anything else?
I mean, you're not wrong. She is a bitch.
If it's not Morag, she's gonna throw him under the bus. And even sometimes she does it to Morag, depending on her mood. As we've seen.
Who killed this guard? Morag, get it? Runs.
Who killed this guard? The guy did it.
Morag would just lie her way out of it.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah. Hard.
Absolutely.
Yep. If she didn't lie her way out of it, she would do another version of lying. See? Lisa gets it. Unbutton that blouse.
Sometimes you just got to use what you got.
Scandalous.
Yes.
How scandalous.
Completely scandalous. So if y'all have
So-
questions for us,
Yeah, if anyone in the audience has questions, the audience of our good friends, if any of you have questions, go ahead and ask us. We have... How many episodes are we at? 9?
this is... should know this. Yeah, this is episode 9.
Oh, this is episode 9. Okay,
I
so
think.
we've had...
Hold on.
I'd swear
have a-
last week was episode 9 of the actual
I have a book
game.
with all this information.
I
I'm
have a
currently
book.
flipping
I have a rock.
I have a cat.
through. Yeah, so this is episode 10. Which I'm
Alright,
just going to
so-
leave episode 10 in my notebook because this is technically the Q&A episode.
Unofficial episode 10. So we've had 9 episodes so far. I didn't do this on stream, but after the stream last week, everybody got to raise to level 5.
Yeah.
So I get to throw bigger and nastier shit at them now.
Your life card can do more heals and save your asses. So if you go down and she likes you enough, maybe, she can gentle repose or spare the dying on your asses. Depending on how much she likes you.
Everybody's gonna die. Anyways.
Not everybody.
Everyone but Morag.
There we go.
Probably.
There we go. That I have said several times that the only reason she keeps you guys alive is because you're useful. In her mind.
Don't worry, I'll get reincarnate and bring everybody back as something else.
You stole that shit from Barnaby. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. So,
Bring me back as something other than a Warforged?
oh god.
You still got a soul.
But not a brain, which makes having a little tiny brain dragon as a pet work perfectly.
Yes.
Reference to the Friday night game. I realized after doing that, team building exercise. Tell us what your character's hard limits are. We only know Ragnarok is firmly against lockpicks and exit only places. Are the other characters equally against this matter of strangeness? Or what about death rituals that Elvain enjoys? Rescuing kittens from a tree? Roasting small, cute animals? Also,
I'm
what
pretty
was your inspiration for y'all's characters? From Goat and Lisa.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Elvain likes throwing small kittens into trees.
Yeah, she doesn't rescue shit. If
Maybe a spider.
she saved the spider from the tree. If it was truly stuck and broken.
Just don't interrupt their prayers. Just
Yeah, don't interrupt their prayers.
For anybody who hasn't been here, that is a callback to the first episode when they entered the forest, where they got attacked by hordes of spiders
Praying to Loth.
that turned around and prayed to Lolth when the cleric, who no longer worships Lolth, tried to tell the spiders, hey, I worship Lolth. And they prayed to Lolth, and they're like, bitch, you're a liar.
Hey, she had to try something. She didn't expect him
Right.
to be that sentient.
So, hard limits.
So, yeah, hard limits, first off, for everybody. We know what Gaknog's big hard limit is, not putting his lockpick up his derriere.
Posterior.
That.
Butte.
Elvain's hard limits, don't go asking her to follow a lawful good goddess of any kind. She'll kill you, just to spite you. She's not a lawful good anything unless we get an alignment swap. And even then it's she's not a fan of it.
Speaking of, we are still doing donations, and anything donated today would go to the next game.
Yes.
So those of you who have been here before know that I am in hard times right now, and we're doing a donation drive to try to help me dig myself out of a hole. All donations go to me to, get out of the red and get back into not sucking at life. And we've got a nice gauge at the bottom. There goes my phone again. We've got this nice gauge at the bottom that tells how much we've received so far. And Rosie, do you want to read the green box?
Sure. So, if you donate $2, you can give anybody an advantage, a disadvantage, or a D4 to use. That includes the DM for the record. If you donate $3, you can give anybody on the screen, including the DM, a natural 20 one-time use, or a D6 to use to add to their rolls. If you donate $5, I will have to wear a wig, a single wig, not all of them, Lisa.
And Lisa just tipped 60.
Yep, $60, yep.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
I have a feeling I know what that's going towards already because it's pretty normal of her.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
Yeah,
specific...
no, I'm not doing the scene phase of the wigs again because, oh my god. Yeah, cousin it means scene. No, thank you. So you can either make me wear a wig for $5 or give somebody a D8 dice specifically on the Bardic Inspiration rules. If you donate $10, you get a 30 minutes for our lovely DM Ika to stop smoking in either this game or my game. If you donate $15, you, as Lisa has managed to state, her lovely addiction to our wild magic. $15 gives you one wild magic, and she tends to inflict a lot of them on this team. Mm-hmm. We touched a fairy circle, we are paying the price. Because the viewers, Lisa mostly, and Cheeky, had decided that magic just goes kaboom out of nowhere on us. And if you donate $50, oh, the big one, which I changed because it does affect the entire team, will make us do an alignment shift. So for me, I turn lawful good. For the rest of them, they turn something evil. And I have to babysit the team instead of the team babysitting me for once.
It's a rather weird other way around.
Very bizarre. Fun, but bizarre.
But, yeah, as far as hard limits go, Morag would never turn on her friends for the party. You are only as strong as your least loyal, so don't be that person. And
Does
not only that,
magic? Sorry,
when it comes to the Imperial Creed of Forever Unbroken, if you turn on your party, you're broken because you don't trust your party. You have to trust your unit.
Trust this unit.
I never trusted Morag, so that doesn't really break with her.
As far as inspirations for different characters, Morag was a character I used in a previous game for Curse of Strahd that I ran with Spark and with the Jace and a few other folks. here and there.
Not as the same character.
Not as the same characters for that, but basically, I was trying to imagine with the empire that Morag is a part of, different people, different races, different cultures throughout, and I know that the British Empire, one of the more famous empires in history, had the Scots. So why couldn't the empire in Renaith have the Highlanders in the far, far north of the country that are rugged and love to drink and love music and good times and have plenty of stories to tell? So one of those stories to continue.
They couldn't have the Highlanders because there can only be one, Tristan.
Oh, that is true, Ika.
Nerd.
Touche.
But I do. Fuck you. But I do like the reference.
Did everyone use all their advantages, Rosie?
Use
Let me double
mine.
check the actual proper Hortum scene. No. Tristan and Jace used their advantages. Everybody else still has a ×2 on this. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to, have some bonuses given and thrown our way, considering we're about to go into the Castle of No Return that we really shouldn't be entering.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I serve a patron who said if I can do this, I get good shit.
You're
So,
goddamn right I did, and I always stick to my promises.
yep. And so the greedy little fucking Alvain is gonna be a greedy little drought and make her probably do stupid shit. So, I mean, $8
Alright.
to get Jason Tristan to ×2. Okay.
And
The
hello?
O'Shea bloodline must persevere.
Yeah. Which something
And
you
you're
have
about to
to
see me get cookie. Fair warning.
something you have to think about. When Jace had his dream,
Ew!
you what? What are you doing? Anyways, when Jace had his dream, there was something the moon said.
I should know
About-
this because I'm the note taker.
If you kill all of us,
Oh, there's a
It'll
thing that will
allow-
erupt from the bottom, from the mountain. That's
well,
worse.
the thing in the mountain is part of
One of the
us.
4. Yeah.
Oh,
If you
right.
kill all of us, there is another who will consume our power and rise.
Yeah, something that's worse.
And I'm not saying it is him, but you have to think, you just picked up an O'Shea.
I mean, Alvain
Moving
wouldn't be
Destroyer
against
World.
that. Alvain wouldn't be against helping her patron to destroy stupid shit. She's chaotic evil, so that's kind of, I mean,
Now, for all you know, Artie is just a red herring. But as well, Artie could also be.
see, that's not who I thought of when you said that, but I'm not going to say who I thought of when you said that, because I'm not going to be the stupid one and give the DM ideas.
Oh,
'Cause
no,
I
please give
learned.
me ideas. I give you ideas all the time. Return the love.
Okay, so my idea when you said that was not Artie, it was the king that we're not supposed to be going there because we got told by a super powerful druid to stay the fuck away.
Oh, Hamethus, right.
Yeah, so adding 4 times to all players $2 per piece times 6 is 12 per round of advantages. That's for the 8, so that means everybody has a 4 times advantage. Oh boy.
Let's.
All right.
But yeah, so Dave, what was your inspiration for Spark?
Honestly, just kind of it started off with I created this character for Ryle's
Oh,
game.
6 times.
His,
Thank you.
the game that he was running. And that was around the time that Tasha's Cauldron of Everything had come out and detailed the Artificer, and I was looking at it and like, oh, this looks really cool. I really
Yeah.
kind of want to play one of these. So I just went through and it's like, okay, what would make sense to play for an artificer? Looking at it, it's like, okay, I'm really liking the look of the armorer. It's kind of like Iron Man. You got this suit of armor that does all this cool crap. It shoots it shoots lightning. You got thunder punches. It's like, okay, that looks really fun. You know what? Why settle for just wearing armor? Let's be a machine. How about Warforged?
Okay, how evil
Oh,
are
fuck
you
it.
thinking, Lisa? Okay, so everybody
I'm
now
adding
has times 6 advantages on the team, except for the DM. And
Holy
she's
shit.
pondering being evil, courtesy of Lisa. She's eyeing that last $4. Hangs head, ponders being evil. How evil and to who and what are you doing?
Is she thinking of giving some to the GM?
I was just say, are you going to give me
Yes!
double disadvantage or double
Oh.
advantage?
I'm wondering if I'm gonna make the squid mad at me and give him times 2 disadvantage.
Go for it. I'll take him.
We would love that, actually.
We actually used to do that to Rosie all the damn time.
Oh
when we
god, they did
physical
it all the
points.
time because it was in yeah, it was in points, like Ika just said, and oh, they would save their points up purposely to fuck with it.
Okay,
All right.
Rosie, here's your first one.
Ooh, I like that.
Sending it off to you now.
Thank you.
So, Shadow, what was your... Or were you done, David? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think pretty much.
Okay. Shadow, what was your inspiration for Ginger?
Actually,
Kitties.
it low-key started with a blood hunter I did once for one of Rose's games. Because I had this idea in my head of the traditional ship's cat and turning it into a tabaxi sailor / pirate. And I had that one and I heard like, hey, it's still a cool idea. And I love playing the otter sorceress, like the Divine Soul. It's basically Cleric Light, but with potential access to Fireball.
Yeah.
And no tanking ability.
Heck yeah. Rosie.
Give me a minute. I'm fiddling with stream shit so I can deal with what we were given.
All right. Reznov, what was your inspiration for Greknog?
Well, I had recently come to liking rogues, so I wanted to play a rogue again. And then I looked at Goblin on Fellows Guide to Monsters. And I thought, well, I want to play a Goblin, but I want to play a Goblin Rogue, but I want to do something weird with it. I want to do just the usual Goblin want to steal, Kleptomaniac wants to steal shit. And,
I don't know if that's just me, but he's roboting the hell.
Yeah, Rez,
Yes.
you entered
Yeah.
the Matrix.
It's not just you.
Okay.
Yeah, am I right now?
Now you
Better.
sound better.
Okay. So when Squid first, told us, make character sheets for a new possible like early version of Hortum Inferos, we were doing those string of one shots. I wanted to play a rogue again because rogues. I started getting to rogues and they were really fun.
They are fun.
I wanted to play a goblin because it looked pretty interesting. But I wanted to play a different type of rogue goblin instead of the usual stereotypical kleptomaniac, sneaky, goblin. I wanted him to be sneaky, but I did want him to be a kleptomaniac, the stereotypical goblin. I wanted him to be a smart goblin. I wanted to do something a little bit different, something a little bit weird. And from that idea, I thought, okay, well, it's also really brainy-ish. Well, there's also, wizard, because that's all intelligence and book smarts and crap.
Whoa.
So I'm like,
Yep,
all right.
I fixed it.
Okay.
So I'm
Go
like,
ahead, Rez.
okay. Professor Greknock. And I thought just something different. A brainy goblin, a goblin that was actually smart, but was also rogue and a wizard.
Thief of knowledge.
Yes,
That
and he will not risk the destruction of knowledge. He'll try to preserve it in any way and make it useful to him. Which is why, after seeing those undead, weird, flowery undead creatures, because we leveled up to level 5, I'm gonna have him go into necromancy so that he can
Ooh.
study more on the
Ooh.
cause of it.
Hmm.
Why the undead flowery creatures think more. So he's gonna turn into that.
Matrix!
Or
If you're
Into
a
the
robot again.
Matrix!
can you hear me now?
Better.
Yes.
All right, because the flowery undead, he's gonna research into why it's happening. So that's why he's gonna go into necromancy, so that he can figure out what is happening, what's causing it,
That's actually a really
especially
good
with the
idea.
people slowly turning into zombies. So that's why I'm gonna have him go into the school of necromancy. And well, just one last thing for his design. I wanted it like a combination of Peter Sellers from Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying, Love the Bomb, and Peter Cushing.
Hmm.
So I made him kind of like give him like a Peter Cushing like cheekbones and face. Also give him the hair of Doctor Strangelove, the character that Peter Sellers plays in that movie with the same name.
I love that concept.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And Rosie, what made you think of that bitch Elvain?
Okay, so this goes back to the game with Ryle, because I hadn't actually known Spark or Jace or Tristan before that, actually. I had no idea who they were. I vaguely knew Ryo from the fact that I followed the Mercs of Mischief. And, yeah, the Mercs of Mischief. And the Too Many Warlock stuff, because they're cool and amazing. And so I found him through that kind of stuff, and he wanted to run a game, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. And so he's like, what's your concept for a character? I'm like, can I be a drow? He's like, okay, if you're gonna be a drow, then I expect you to be a female and to be a bitch. I'm like, okay, I can pull that off, no problem. Episode 1 of that campaign introduces her with her broken ass hat where she's supposed to pretend to be someone else, and her first words, like, the person looked at her and was like, so who are you? And she's like, who? What do you want to fucking know? I'm like, oh, okay, yep, no, this is Elvain. This is who she is. She's supposed to be a life clerk and, save people to a point, because I'm best at life clerks. Yeah, no. She became the literal drow bitch. And she hasn't gotten any nicer, any better. And her concept is literally, and if you're not useful, I will kill you. You are useful, then I'll think about keeping you alive. She's not a very complicated character, but she's definitely a bitch, and I get to definitely let out a lot of attitude with her, as much as it might not seem like it. She
Now,
just,
I
yeah.
know I don't have a player character in this game, but that makes me wonder if I should talk about any of my characters and where the concepts came from.
Seamus.
I don't know. Seamus?
Seamus.
Seamus came out of the fact that I love Weird West and like cowboys and situations that cowboys shouldn't be in.
Okay.
And I was just messing around with ideas, and I just built this like tiefling gunslinger. And then I think Seamus came around after Barnaby, and he was like, Seamus was built from my world, the Zoyosha, the cowboy world.
Yep.
And Barnaby just wound up becoming a god there, and I'm like, okay, this is Barnaby's kid. And And then that's also where the concept of like the handshake creating the demon arm thing came from, because I'm like, I want him to have one red demon arm even though he's blue.
Also, we gotta hydrate people.
Prost.
Tasty. But yeah, so
Ah.
Seamus just came out of a love of like weird Western shit.
He's still here.
Right. But yeah, and then he got into that game, and I kind of just couldn't do any of the shit I wanted to with him.
Sadly.
Yeah, a lot of liberties were taken with his backstory that I did not appreciate.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, Seamus was, and then like I've done a lot of art of Seamus, like
Yeah,
3 or
yeah, you
4 of them.
have.
He's one of my favorite concepts, and I swear to God, I will find a DM who will let me use guns so I can run Seamus the way he's fucking meant to be ran.
So, not me.
Aside from Reznov, because in Reznov's Dreamlands games, he did allow me to have a gun. We just stopped playing like right after I got my fucking gun.
Yeah,
I'm
I just
not a
had
fan
to
of D&D
like
with guns.
shorten it to one game because I was getting burned out real quick.
Yeah, which is understandable. But I will find a DM who will allow me to play a fucking gunslinger, damn it. Because Rosie's lame.
I'm not a fan of guns.
Yeah, see, like, IRL guns, whatever. Guns in fantasy, fuck yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm that way. It's just how I am.
And yes, Lisa, that is the concept of Elvain. I'll consider you being alive.
But yeah, so I've had a version of Seamus who was a bard. I tried building a version of him that was a monk in case he ever wound up popping up in Rose's game because my characters keep shifting out in that one.
Yeah. And they're still,
And that's,
a lot of them are still evil of some form. Somehow.
yeah. I mean, I like playing evil. You know I like playing evil.
Oh, I
That's
know
why
you do.
Barnaby is our big bad evil guy. That's
One of the big bad evils.
one of the big bad evil guys.
We have 3 big bad evils currently.
Barnaby and his lovely wife.
So we have 4. Sorry, we have 4 big bad evils. We have Zas, Barnaby, Jasrina, and the necromantic demon dragon thing.
Yes.
And the demon dragon thing was not my thought line. That was courtesy of Hobbs. And him saying, I'm going to summon this big bad thing and I want it to be this. I'm like, let me figure something out. I'll figure it out somehow.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah. And we might
I
actually
asked him.
have... Yeah, go ahead.
No, I asked him if, like, Tristan said, you sure you want to do that? I asked that question. I'm like, are you sure you're doing this? Oh, I'm sure I'm doing this in my 1 year. I'm like, okay.
Yes, that one is on the island styled after ancient Egypt.
Yep. The
Which
shambling
was-
sands of the Sunfire Desert.
Yeah, everything on that map was my creation.
Yes, it was, and I've been
I was
working on it.
it was mostly just like Rosie needs more of a world, and we were doing something like this for the Friday stream, and I was just like working on a map, and I made a big central island with a giant dragon claw mark out of the middle of it. I'm like, all right, Rosie's getting a world, and I started putting shit on there.
Yes. That's how Sif Torquez became more than just 4 little islands with 4 little dragons and the middle ones of the Pira Islands. And my world became a real world. And now we have Zasland, which is all purple. And Dash bitches at me every time he makes a map because he's like, why does it have to be purple?
Because Ika really loves purple, so he made a big purple island.
Yeah, does it have to be purple? I'm like, yes. Are you sure it has to be purple? Does it have to be completely purple? Yes, Dash. Could it be any other color? Dash, there's a big purple fucking mist covering the entire fucking island. It's gonna be purple. Sigh. I hate this island. I know you do, Dash. I hate this island, Rosie. I know, Dash.
Just ask me to make the stuff for Zaspheria, or not Zaspheria, whatever, the place.
For the Island of the Eternal Promise.
Yes, that one. And something I was about to say a minute ago, we kind of have a heroic character that might be in the works in the game, and it's like the one character you'd least fucking expect. Because he has a shiny ring.
Oh yeah, yep. No, the minute you said that, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm working on a homebrew druid subclass for that.
And I'm working on homebrew weapons, which I should probably be doing while we do this. But I mean, I'm fiddling with spongy clay stuff.
Okay.
So that I stay focused.
Nagas have kind of an Egyptian feel to them, so fuck it. Even though this is not the Egyptian island, you're getting some Egyptian architecture. Maybe this is where the idea came from.
Mm.
Oh my god, it's not symmetrical, and it's bugging the piss out of me. It's
Oh, that's a hard question.
What's the question?
Goat was
You got a
asking.
big stretch.
Ooh.
And hydrate.
And hydrate, yep.
Oh my god, they're throwing everything at us at once. Quick, hydrate while stretching. Don't choke.
I actually need more liquid to hydrate, so I will be back.
If there's anyone on the team your character could save, they can only save one. Who would it be? I already know Elvane's.
Elvane's is easy.
That's actually a really good question. With
It
Ginger.
is. For most people, yeah. Elvane is super easy.
Why is it? What causes the consciousness of a Warforged? The Warforged must be preserved. That can be studied.
So Geknox would be Spark.
Mine would probably be Aegir.
Ooh.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, I like that answer.
For all the, teasing that he gives him, probably.
I will say, and this is no offense to the rest of the characters, it's purely because Jason's character keeps, like, bumblefucking into shit. But Aegir is probably my favorite character in the game right now.
I mean, I can't even blame you.
He's the only one who looked at the moon. He got turned into a barrel. He was which he loves barrels because put water in a barrel and he hangs out in the barrel. So he got turned into the thing he loves the most in this world. He got turned into a rave light show.
The eyes. He has the weird eyes and he purposely had to cover them. He's like, oh my god.
Yeah, well, I mean, the weird eyes because of looking at the moon, which in the town you're in, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
I keep thinking if he uncovers his eyes, he might be worshipped. And I'm like, no, let's try.
Probably not worshipped, but maybe accepted or trusted.
We still don't need that.
You're on the right path there.
We still don't need that because that could go poorly for the rest of us as to why we don't follow in his footsteps. Yeah.
I can think of ways to get around that. It's whether you can think of ways to get around that.
Yeah,
Kristen,
my way of doing
contact lenses that look like his eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have thaumaturgy. Thank you very much. Fuck you all.
Well, here's the thing. The Empress Sharon is Morag's best friend. They went to Bard College together, even though Morag is effectively younger than the Empress by about 3 or 4 years. Because Elvane is her cleric, should have to save Elvane, or her Empress would probably kill her.
Good answer.
Well, fuck you for not being best friends.
I can accept that answer.
I'm sorry? Yeah.
And Shadow, you said that's a good question for Ginger.
Yeah, I think at this point, it would depend almost entirely on whoever was closest.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Or whoever had a dangly string around.
All right, Resnoth, do you have an answer for Gregnog?
What will be the question?
Oh, Gresnock
if-
answered the Warforged.
Oh,
She
yeah,
answered
that's
in
right.
character.
That's right. I forgot.
Yes, the Warforged is a very curious creation. It is not a construct. It is not a it's not a flesh and bound being.
I need more.
It is of its own category. A category that must be studied.
Oh, some food.
I'm working on it. Death rituals that Elvain enjoys. That's a difficult question considering last episode. I think she got a couple new ones.
Feeding
And
the children of the moon.
I don't think her party will enjoy that concept, nor will her goddess, nor will her patron. But the fact of how they did it intrigues Elvain incredibly. As for rescuing kittens, no, she would very much rather throw kittens into the fire, including Ginger, for the record on that. And yeah, she would roast small, cute animals. She's been tempted to roast the adorably cute, over-talkative Greknock more than once. And, like I said, throw Ginger in the fire, because Ginger's a cat, who gets in trouble a lot. The only reason she keeps her animals around is because, again, they're useful.
If the situation arose wherein somebody had to be sacrificed, who in the group would you sacrifice and why?
Now that's the hard
Elvain.
See, everybody, it's easy for everybody in this, except for Elvain, it's difficult for. Who, if she could only pick one, that's...
If she could only pick one, she'd pick multiples if she could.
Oh, she has down one! She would literally sacrifice everybody except for Morag, if she could, or if it warranted it. Because, I mean... Yeah, it's her. I'm gonna go to somebody else while I think about that, actually.
Alright.
Morag would actually have a very unconventional answer.
Actually, go ahead, Tristan. And then we'll
Morag would actually sacrifice herself.
Ooh,
Ooh.
very noble.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. What, is Morag like the lawful good of the group?
Chaotic good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
If it meant everybody else could get back safe, she'd throw herself off a cliff in a heartbeat.
See, in that regard, if Morag tried to do that, Elvain would, hands down, find a way to throw Morag into her place and get out. That's the one good thing that she would actually do, would be save Morag in that regard. So
it's just fucking Hawkeye and Black Widow trying to get the Soul Stone.
Yes!
Except it goes on way too long.
Yes.
This is literally the relationship. Elvain would not let Morag die for no reason, including and up to the group's death. Or survival. Sorry. She would kill herself to ensure Morag got back to her goddess. Because she knows that she's but her goddess's pawn in the long and short of it. And Morag is her goddess's one true friend. So she would not willingly let Morag sacrifice herself without at least trying to get Morag home. As for sacrificing somebody, as annoying as Greknock is to Elvain, and there's nothing against you, Resnoth, she just finds him a very annoying little thing. I think she would actually try to sacrifice Azir so that people don't try to kill them. And that stupid shit stops happening. So maybe they can get somewhere in her mind. Because she's like, he keeps doing stupid shit. How does he have such stupid blind luck? Just, leave. Oh, it is. I'm going to pass off to Greknock or Spark.
I could answer this one. Who Dragonek would sacrifice? Elvain, because Elvain has motives that are questionable, which might pose a risk to the party. So I was thinking, logical here. There's a person with very questionable causes, goals, and even especially now, why the interest? I mean, like, he might not be objective to, like, say if it was like out of an act of kindness, but Elvain just said, "Well, we just need to do it," and does not say the reason why. And he may feel that it may not be just because Elvain has suddenly turned to a good Samaritan. So motives are questionable. Might be a risk safety. So if really needed to,
Ooh, into the
probably
Matrix.
sacrifice Elvain,
Okay.
logically.
I caught most of that.
Yeah. The reasoning makes sense.
It does. Hence why I'm sitting here nodding like, yep, I can see that.
Hey, Spark, who are you killing?
We joked about it being Elvain, but yeah, it's Elvain.
Yeah, it's Elvain. There's no question.
She's useful as an ally, but she is not a good person.
I think
Bye,
Spark and
bitch.
Elvain have had talks about this. He's more good aligned and she's more evil aligned, and they butt heads on a lot of their views regularly.
I'm just remembering when, like, Spark got flipped to evil for like a minute, and he's just like, "I'm gonna set the forest on fire."
I was like, don't, no,
Well,
don't,
there were
don't do
woodwolves
this.
there.
Yeah, the one time Elvain actually tried to stop him when she was good, and she's like, don't try to kill the fucking forest. But it's fun. No, don't kill the fucking forest.
It's like the Woodwodes live there, and they have to suffer.
It was really awkward to be a good aligned Elvain, by the way.
I bet.
Because, yeah, her and saving things doesn't go hand in hand. At all. It's very
Also,
bizarre.
If anybody has questions for me as well,
If you
I will
could
also answer.
sacrifice any one of your crew for any fucking reason, who would you kill?
Which game?
This game. Of
Oh,
your crew.
Like, you guys?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you had to pick one of us to kill and one of us to save, who would you?
See, okay, the save is difficult because it's between Gregnock, because sometimes Reznoth's replies to the shit happening are just so genuine it cracks me the fuck up. Or
Thank you.
Aegir, because again, his bumble fucking through the world and all this crazy shit happening to him is some of my favorite shit.
If you hear me say you anytime, this is why.
And then as for who I would sacrifice, that's a tough one. I mean, Spark almost became that person.
Unintentionally, though.
Unintentionally, because he got fucking critted by a Woodwode. And
If
got
you could
the
intentionally kill somebody
Woodwode.
on this group, who would you kill?
It would probably be Elvain because of your stupid fucking inflict wounds.
I mean, granted, yeah, that's fucking OP, and she uses it because she knows it's OP.
That or Morag because
For
of
that
levitating the
fucking levitate.
Woodwode. Yeah, the levitate bullshit.
And you know that's gonna be used again. At least.
Oh yeah,
once.
I absolutely do.
Exploits.
Yep.
Right?
I will say that was brilliant.
Yes.
because it completely crippled one of the Woodwode's main abilities.
Had no idea that would actually happen either. It was just a matter of, okay, I don't want it to hurt anybody, so we're gonna take it out of the battle.
Yeah. Next time I'm gonna have it just like sprout a fucking propeller made of vines and wood and just like coming at you.
Like Cleopatra. Yeah.
What's the first thing y'all's character noticed about everyone
But-
else in the team?
How stupid they are!
Elvain's
Wow.
a bitch.
I think that was the general consensus of the original group, is how much Elvain is a bitch. That was literally like, of the rival group, everyone's like, God, she's a bitch! I'm like, yes, she is. And
I
she
was the
ain't
only
sorry.
one. I was the only one openly antagonistic towards Elvain, though.
Oh yeah, like they called her a bitch behind her back, and she knew they did it. Like it wasn't a secret. She wasn't hiding who she was. Hell, she was a bitch to Ryle, and purposely disobeyed him just to see what he would do. Cause she found it
then-
funny.
They all call her a bitch behind her back, and then Seamus shows up, and they're like, "There's a brothel in town." It's like, finally, some attractive women, and she's like, "Excuse you."
Excuse you, motherfucker. I am attracted. Thank you very much.
Then she tried to slap him and failed.
Yeah, she failed hard. Oh, that was fun. Greknot, Ginger, what did you first realize about everybody else in the party?
Hmm.
First, I unmute.
Yeah, that might be a good
That
idea.
helps.
Yes.
Ah! There's a fish person.
What do they taste like?
I guarantee you that has gone through her head at least once.
At least.
So there's the constant line of, I will not eat the party member.
But he might taste good. But I can't eat him. But he might taste good. Maybe I can eat part of him. No.
You don't need both your legs, do you?
You don't need all your fingers, right?
You know, basically all the fun shit you can imagine an actual anthropomorphic cat thinking. Can I eat it? Can I climb it?
Can I lick it?
Ew.
Can I sharpen my
So
claws
likely
on it?
someone is waking up to find Ginger slowly licking them stairs, and then Ginger meows and hurriedly scampers away to look innocent. Probably. Surprised she actually hasn't done that to all of us on watch at least once.
As long as people aren't waking
You
up.
haven't left Ginger alone on watch yet.
Granted.
True.
As long as nobody's waking up to like Ginger's butthole.
Wow.
This
Granted, Lisa. How do we know she
is my
hasn't licked
butthole.
us? This is my butthole, and it shall smother you in your sleep.
Curls up into a ball,
That's
falls asleep
really
on someone's head.
a thing a cat does to show that they love and trust you as much as if you were their mom and they were still a kitten getting their butt cleaned.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she doesn't feel about them quite like that.
Look at my ass.
It's probably a lovely butthole. It probably is.
It's probably a lovely butthole.
We're an
Hey,
hour in, by the way.
Quick thing, has anyone ever seen that butt jewelry thing they did for cats once where it's basically a little thing you loop over their tail and it hangs over their butt and it's basically this little disc of
Yeah. It's got like glittery shit or like a gem or something on it.
so you don't have to look at their butt.
No, I did not.
I'm sure that's fun at litter box time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I didn't say it was a good idea. I said it was hilarious.
that's
Like
true.
putting it's like kitten mint. Just because because this is a bad idea does not make it not
The
funny.
kitten mints or mitts?
Kitten mittens.
Okay.
Mittens.
I heard mint, like Ralph McDonald's has the fuck?
No, you just basically put little tied-on booties onto all of their feet.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
not
sure
a good
they want
idea with
that.
any cat. What was that, Park? What was that, Dave?
I didn't say it.
We're not
Tristan,
hearing
Dave.
you, Dave.
Oh, there we go.
Testing.
Oh, there you
testing.
are. Now we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Your mouth was moving, but like that, we weren't hearing actual words
Huh.
for a second there.
Yeah, you tried to say something when I said something, and I don't know what it was. If your character could go back in time and change one thing about their past, what would it be? Oh.
Not getting swallowed up by the purple fucking fog, probably.
Yeah.
No. That's a
Not
difficult
not
question.
singing that song about her dad a couple of days before the purple mist came in. If anybody's familiar with the Dropkick Murphys and the Spicy McHaggis jig,
Oh God.
that's the song effectively that she sang about her dad because she was mad at him, called him an asshole, and basically said, "Here, I'm going to write a song about you because you will not let me go down to the Imperial Capital next weekend. You're a jerk."
That's not what I'm laughing at. Lisa's comment about if there's one thing you can change, it's not meeting the rest of these assholes. I mean, granted, for most of these assholes, but that's a really hard thing for Elvain. If she could change
Yeah.
anything, what would she change? Would she change anything?
Morag will have to hug her daddy when they finally get back, if they get back.
Yes,
If they get back in, if he's alive.
yes,
What?
yes, if Duke Sterling made it.
This game is gonna end with you guys fucking up so royal that the moon escapes or something. I'm just kidding.
That tends to be how these games go.
Yes.
I mean, the visions, enough said, we're purposely trying to not have the visions come true. So they're gonna come true anyway, in a different form. Just watch.
hmm
Because it would just be our luck. And we all know
Like
it.
the ending to Doom 1.
Yeah.
That's
we
a
come
really
back,
hard fucking...
All
No, you have the
civilization has
good
been
questions.
overgrowth and turned into undead flowery shit. While there's this piked head of a rabbit.
Don't give him ideas, Raz.
It was a pretty twisted ending.
Don't give him ideas, Raz.
Give me all the ideas, Raz.
Don't give him ideas, Raz.
Well, the ending has been around since 1993. If he wanted to do it, he could have just done it without my suggestion.
I've never played Doom, so technically.
Well, good news. Just about everything can run it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
The old game is really good, and there's a new game out now, too.
Hey, you want to play my Tamagotchi? It has Doom on it.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if Tamagotchi could do that with new Tamagotchis.
Actually,
So
that'd be kind
Spark.
of badass.
McDonald's registers can technically run Doom at this point.
I mean, yeah, because we run off a POS system. Our system actually runs Windows. So, I mean...
But yeah.
So, Spark, if your character could go back in time and change one thing about your past, what would you change?
Good question.
Right?
I don't know. I really don't know, honestly.
I mean, yeah, Lisa's got a point. She's being the chaotic good deity, throwing us around the magic, and Ego's being the chaotic evil deity, killing us. Trying to kill us.
But also random magic goes chaotic.
Because chaotic. helpful chaos. That isn't always helpful.
All right. Shadow, do you have an answer for that?
I think we're all trying to think of an answer because goddamn.
Yeah, I'm thinking on that still.
That's
Answer to what?
if you could got
If your character could go back and change anything about their life, what would they change?
She would have stayed on the ship and not gone to the Highlands for that fair.
See, that was the answer I expected from everybody.
see, Elvain is very much about learning and figuring out how to kill more shit. So she wouldn't really Pat's head, eyes, hand, eyes hand after patting Fishy One rubs on Elvain. She thanks. She would probably change in all the things in her life, letting Azir
That's awesome.
be outside. Oh, that's actually really cool. Have Azir be outside by himself that night. So that at least somebody could have stopped him from looking up, or, you know, he could have somebody else to talk to about this shit.
Can't get over how fucking cool that looks. I just did that randomly, and that looks fucking awesome.
Very
And
nice.
also, with the two statues in the middle, it kind of looks like it has eyes.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, yeah, that's pretty
looks
metal
super
right
cool.
there.
Oh, the weird sun thing that he has hovering over, because he hasn't put it actually in, I don't think. But
It
he
is.
has
It's
it.
in. It's in
Okay.
and set.
That's the
Because I used the overlay thing and pressed it into the stone, and holy fuck, that's awesome.
Tentacles! Yeah. Yeah, she would. Well, I don't know if she would blind tackle, but she'd be curious enough to look up with him. But, like I said, at least I would give him somebody else to talk to about it.
Who wants to make a pact and I'll go look at the moon together?
Sure, why not?
I mean, she
Aang
wouldn't.
fucking dies.
I mean, she wouldn't fucking make a pact with the moon because she has a pact already.
Actually, as I recall, technically after that happened, we all went and looked and the moon was perfectly normal.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
we
perfectly
did.
normal.
We all tried to see if we could see what he saw, but it was at that specific moment that he looked up.
That was one of the moments that I had not planned to happen that way. But when he became the only person to go outside and look at the moon, I was like, it would be fucking hilarious if everybody else went to look and it was normal now.
And well, now it's normal.
And it became part of the story. Because this is all experimental.
Yes.
All the clay. I didn't think that was gonna be that much. That's
yeah,
a lot of clay.
The way that worked out, I was just like, oh god, that's fucking perfect. He is the only one going outside to look.
So my question to the casting crew and DM: what is your favorite moment of the last 9 episodes? Like the highlight that you've had.
Oh god, there's so many.
If you could pick only one.
Ooh, you guys go first. I gotta think about this.
Ginger going after Dragonfly
Oh yeah.
Knock. Hands down. Also, Alchemy Table.
Alchemy table. I also asked that to the people watching, Lisa, Goat, because that's equally a question to you guys. What was your favorite moment of the last 9 episodes? Because you guys have been here for most of them.
And then Tristan and Dave, what about you guys?
So how many of the stones did you guys touch? All of them?
That was at the witch's house, right?
Yep. That was what's her face.
Oh God, why can I not remember that off the top of my head? It was Nigel and
See if you can find it before I find it.
Elucida.
There it is.
Yeah. But yeah, at Elucida's place. Alright, what about you, Tristan?
Well, if I had my voice, I would sing, but I would say, "Fly like an eagle." Wood
Oh
wood.
yes.
Fly like an eagle.
Yeah.
Into the sea.
Go says that when you were talking to the witch about all those wild magic happening.
Okay, yeah. How many of those stones did you touch?
Yes.
All of them?
You idiots. Alright, Reznov,
Yeah.
what was your favorite moment so far in the entire series?
In the entire series, okay.
You can only pick one.
And you know what? You guys can actually jump clear back to the one shots as well.
One the
And into
you're
the Matrix he
roboting.
goes.
one shots as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do the one shots as well.
Finding the okay, when it comes to the one shots, finding the kid flower thing,
Yes.
Yeah.
Elijah.
Elijah. But when it comes to like this campaign only, it had to be when one of our party members looked at the moon.
Azure.
Azure. When Azure looked at the moon. That was my favorite moment in this campaign. The way you narrated it and the way you described the moon.
Yes.
Terrifying because
Mm-hmm.
like I could imagine, because to me the most terrifying thing is if I go outside and I see the sky open up and some like unimaginable horror comes out of it, or the moon reveals itself to be some sort of eldritch horror. It's a celestial body. Like, what the hell can you do against that?
Yeah.
Right?
You know?
All the nukes.
Not even
Channel
that.
48.
So it's like, what kind of shot do we have? And I love that. It's just Lovecraftian horror, and I love the shit out of that.
Well, this
So,
is literally
yeah,
Lovecraftian
when it comes
horror
to
from what
from
you
this
were saying.
campaign, it's that moment. When it comes to from the one shots, it was the moment with Elijah.
I forget. Shadow, did you go? Who's currently muted and eating?
I think I did. I said ginger. My favorite thing was Dragonfly Greknock versus
That's
Ginger.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep, sorry.
I
For-
don't want to inflict the noodle eating on everyone.
Right.
All right.
For
think-
You
me,
sleeping cat.
Good.
for me, if I go back to the one shots, it's one of the funniest motherfucking things Reznov has ever said to me. And it was in the last one shot with Frank and Carl.
Oh, I forgot about Frank and Carl.
When Frank walks out with the arcane firearm, it's a stick vaguely shaped like a shotgun, and he like cocks the stick and it makes the shotgun cocking sound. And Reznov just so genuinely as Gregnock is like, did your stick just make a clicking noise? And, like, I fucking lost it when he said, like, that is one of my all-time favorite moments.
Tristan, you were lost in the Matrix. What's going on, bud?
Tristan, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just not feeling well, but I'll be all right.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
man, I'm fucking blowing my nose out over here. Like I keep on muting myself.
Yeah, I've had to do that a couple of times.
Oh, good question,
it's Tristan.
Go.
For the main campaign, it's probably Azir being the only one to look at the moon. That and just bonking the fuck out of Spark.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Of the
What do your
one
characters-
shots, I'd have to say for me, it was definitely the Elijah moment, but not when we found out who he was. My favorite moment was a moment from Ika as a DM. So from DM to a DM, where he made us walk around the entire fucking thing just to find Elijah. And by the time we got to that last room, found out that, yeah, that room leads to the other one, but not only that, the fact that she was just there!
Vela had been there the whole time.
She'd been there the entire fucking time, and we were so close to getting her. And we wanted to get her so badly.
Oh, yes, those journal entries I pulled out of my butt 20 minutes before the game started.
So yeah, that, to me, from the DM to a DM, that was fucking evil and gold at the same time.
I mean,
Right.
you had to think there was a reason you couldn't get through that door.
I think it was just jammed.
All right, so Goat asked, what do your characters believe will happen to them when they die? Oh, my legs.
Morag still believes in imperial religion from Renaith, that those loyal to the crown, their souls will join the great imperial soul that fuels the next emperor or empress.
That's
It is-
fucking awesome.
That is really cool. We
Sorry,
need
I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
we need
In the end, you
Good.
all serve.
we need to
For
have
the Emperor!
That's right.
Blood for the blood god. No, sorry.
we need a Renias leaflet information thing, because god, that is cool ass lore. Cool as fuck lore.
Thank you.
Seriously, the Renith setting he created is pretty awesome. We really should write up more on it. And
I'm
Yes.
gonna be honest. I kind of want to fucking play in Renaith.
Yes.
Same.
Thank you. It's a very interesting place. I just need to get it all on paper and out of my head, or all into a
God.
file and out of my head.
Do
That's
it.
how I.
Do
That's how I
it.
feel about fucking Zoe Osha.
Zoe Osha is fucking amazing.
Thank you. I need to get to work on that fucking play-by-post D&D server. I might go through and rethink the god thing because that's what slowed me the fuck down, was writing all the god info out.
Creating your own world is a huge, huge undertaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think of somebody who's
there's
done it.
there's still that big fucking rant from what is the actual big bad evil guy from Zoe Osha that I wrote up a while ago. And Rosie, you've seen it because I actually put it in my character thing on your server for your game, because one of my characters comes from Zoe Osha.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I figured you don't remember much. I'm just kidding.
No, I literally don't, unless I write it down. There's a reason why I have notebooks everywhere and sticky notes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Tristan. What about the rest of you? Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right.
Alright, Gregnock is a goblin, which is pretty bad because he knows what happens when he's gonna die, and every goblin knows this. And it's the reason why they avoid dying so much. But they try to avoid dying. It's because when they die, they're gonna become enslaved and forcefully served in Malglubiet army of goblinoids.
Oh
And
yeah.
he hates being, and he hates being the goblin, like that just destroys shit. That's why he's a researcher. He chooses reason, science, and arcane knowledge over that crap. And if he dies, he's not gonna have a say in that. He's gonna be forcefully led into that eternal hell.
It's almost
mean,
like
maybe
he
if
did
he-
his research.
Yeah. Maybe if he's strong enough and smart enough when he dies, he could take over that army.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
he's
put it
not really
past
the
you.
general type. He's not really the warring type. He's, researcher, which is, kind of, why maybe one of the things he could be researching is possibly a way to extend his life. He just really does not want to be forced into that life again, and he'll do whatever it takes to preserve his life of research by the means necessary.
Lichdom!
Oh yeah, Lichdom.
That's where his school of necromancy is going to. I don't know.
Oop, Robot Res.
Okay, I said, I don't know. Maybe that's where his school of necromancy leads him to eventually. I don't know. Who knows?
That'd be kind of awesome.
That'd be cool.
Dave, where's Robo Boy going when he dies?
Something he thinks about often. He was only built like 9 years ago, so the fact is he doesn't know what's going to happen to him. He's afraid of it, and that is one of the things that is guiding him, is trying to figure out what is the deal with Warforged and other constructs.
What did you do?
Nothing. We're good. I heard you, Dave.
As far as he's concerned, the answer is probably nothing. He'll just cease to exist.
Oof. Big oof. Really big oof.
That is.
And he doesn't like that answer.
No? Hey, I have an answer for what happens when he dies. He becomes part of the moon people's research. Ika?
That's if he dies here.
Yeah.
That or there's that whole, I think it's Critical Role content, but there's that whole Clockwork Soul thing.
Oh, okay.
So for all we know, there could be a god out there who's just like, oh, you were a Warforged? Come on in.
That'd be actually really cool.
You've got a soul. I got soul.
The fact is, he doesn't know what's going to happen, so, it is something that does worry him.
That is terrifying, not knowing what's going to happen.
Very much so.
Shadow, where's Ginger going when she dies? Where's she?
She'd probably make a flippant comment about 9 lives. But otherwise, I'm gonna go with she probably actually follows boss, and it would be kind of pretty much the Egyptian style.
The land of boxes and string.
I thought you were gonna say the Rainbow Bridge.
Do you need more encounter maps, or can I just kind of freestyle?
Freestyle.
Cool. Okay, we've got Tristan, Dave, Shadow, Rez, Rose. Where is Super Bitch going when she dies?
Gee, thanks. Elvain believes that when she dies, there's 2 things that could happen to her. One, she will be reincarnated. Thank you. Reincarnated to continue to serve the goddess that she has been forced and then chosen to serve as someone on Reniath. Or she goes back to the Underdark and might potentially become a Dryder or another Drow. She very heavily believes in reincarnation and the fact that when you die, you just go through the wheel of life. Be that wherever you end up, you just become another person.
Become another person. Nobody?
No.
I'm afraid not.
Nobody's watched oh, what the fuck is that Dana Carvey movie? I love that movie. Master of Disguise. Nobody else has watched Master of Disguise?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I think I vaguely know. Isn't it the one with the turtle?
Yeah. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle. Fucking love that movie.
I wanted to see it.
You're all lame. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
See, that's the
Just-
most infamous.
Lisa
part
knows
that I
what I'm
remember
talking
is
about.
Turtle.
minute turtle,
I will say this, Squid. You definitely have restraints from
Matrix.
or
You're
I feel
matrixing
like
out.
something like this campaign, I would have definitely snuck in like Attack of Killer Tomatoes reference somewhere.
There's still
Sentient
time.
plants.
Oh, there's still
definitely
time.
still time.
Mhm.
He has all sorts of stuff still planned for us.
I mean, you're still in like the first quarter of the
Woo! Splurt.
campaign.
Or I'm literally
You're only level
splurging
5.
colored dye water everywhere.
Other questions.
So my question for you, Ika,
Oh no.
in relation to Goat's last question before the one that she just popped up. If Barnaby ever actually dies in my campaign, what do you think will happen to him because he's a god?
He'll wind up like all the other gods who die. I can't remember what universe or what plane it is, but there is actually a plane where gods go to die, and it's basically just full of like giant rotting god corpses. But it's one of those things where
the astral plane.
yeah, the astral plane. But I think it's like one of those things gods never actually fully die. There's always a way to come back. It's just a matter of how long it takes.
Yeah,
Kind of
technically.
thing.
Oh, that begs the question. We need to have a talk about that then.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we
of
do.
reasons.
Yep. Because of a certain severed head. Because
Yep. What is something your character likes most about themselves, and what is something that they dislike the most about themselves? Who would like to go first?
That's a really hard call.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll go. Ovain likes the fact that she is, in her mind, the superior race. As bad as ourselves, because she thinks all
Easy.
Drow are the best.
easy with those kind of statements.
I know that's bad, but it's a Drowism in Drow. It's just ew. It's what Drow
It's
are.
probably just as well she hasn't actually said that in front of Ginger, because Ginger would probably have an argument.
Yep.
Being a cat.
Yeah. Yes. What does she like least about herself? I can't actually say that because that's sort of spoilers, because that's something that Ika and I are working on in the background, sort of, to do with the current actions that she's been taking.
Really?
Yes. I can't type it down because I'm currently covered in blue goo. And Smurf blood! Anyways.
Blood was not the fluid I was going to go with, but Smurf is the creature I was going to go with. Anyway.
Ika! Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god. Say it again. No, alright, anyways.
Okay, now that I'm not covered in goop.
Alright, Shadow.
I think
Nope, the whiteness.
Ginger likes her magic and that, but she
It's-
is actually kind of where she doesn't always think things through.
That.
Oh. Oh, right, that, yeah.
Yeah, that. It's a bit of a spoiler if I mention that too much, because it's sort of in the works. Because of
Correct.
things.
Alright, Dave.
So I would say, as far as dislikes, Honestly, he is somewhat jealous of the fleshies. They can enjoy eating food. They can enjoy drink. Watching Morag. With her never-ending pints. Okay, one of those would be nice. I wonder what it would be like. um,
Second, it would be so disappointed in you.
On the
Also,
flip side,
Mika, sorry to interrupt. Now you understand my pain in having made your motherfucking castle. Fuck you. Anyways,
so anyway, on the flip side, I'd say the thing he does like is just the amount of versatility he has. Being able to tinker and just come up with the right have the right tool for the right problem.
Heck yeah, I like that. Morag, Tristag.
Sure.
just egg.
Alrighty, so the thing that Morag probably likes the least about herself is being an entertainer, being a performer, also being a noble of sorts. Because
Cool.
noble really is her background. She's heir to the Duchy of Stirlinghold. She's always got to be on. She can never be off. She feels like she can never be off. So there's that air of having to be perfect, even in the wisecracks. That's always going. But as
I
far
feel
as what
that.
but as far as what she likes about herself, it's probably a tie between being remarkably attractive and likable by everybody, and being incredibly creative and being able to make songs and wisecracks and jokes, and have a spell for almost any problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, being the eternal entertainment source for the party.
Gregnog.
Um, he likes life. He's found.
Oop, hold up, you're
Robot.
roboting. You're roboting real hard.
How about now?
Better.
Better.
All right, he likes the life he's set himself with right now. The life of a researcher. It's peaceful. It's quiet. What he regrets about himself. Again, he's a goblin. He only lives for like 60 years at best, if nothing cuts off his life, prematurely. And he's only in his mid-30s, I believe. So he's halfway there, and he
Whoa!
wants more time to continue this quiet, peaceful life of research.
Half hour left.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we've been able to hear you. You came
Okay,
through
yeah.
clear that whole time.
So
Yeah, no, I was just telling you
yeah.
what time it is.
So he wants to spend as much time with research as he can, and to try to keep things that way, especially since he's like in the next 30 years he's probably going to be in the ground, naturally speaking.
Ika, I hate you, but I love you.
Why?
You're
What did I
such
do?
a fucking natural at this shit.
I don't know. I just see it and I make it.
So yeah, that's just I guess like the thing he doesn't like about himself that he's living so short, and yet he has found like true comfort in being a researcher. That if only he could, prolong it.
If your character knew that they were going to die tomorrow, what would they do?
Try to if they could try to gain a knowledge they could, maybe either stop
Robot.
oh, you know,
Nope.
how about now?
Better.
To learn as much about the problem as possible in order to stop it. Either that or it'd be like either like try to figure out how to stop the problem itself from ending his life, or to try to learn as much as he can in the short time that he has.
All right. Tristan?
Well, being a bard and a rock star of sorts, Morag would try to find the biggest venue possible, play the craziest concert imaginable, go on a bender, and go home with somebody.
I like to go on a bender bit. Dave.
He would probably try and, look into the problems, see if he could find any way to try and avert that fate. Just struggle, even if it's in vain, trying to keep it from happening.
Ginger.
All right. Uh, honestly, there would probably be a basket of catnip involved.
And expect no less. Especially considering Cat Hector.
Oh
Nope.
God, Cat Hector. No, you
Nope.
don't remember?
Nope. Not entirely. Right. Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell me this is that.
I mean, it's part of it.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Rose, what about Elvain?
If she was going to die tomorrow, and she knew about it, one, she would obviously tell Morag, so that Morag would know, and not horribly grieve her.
Mhm.
And how it would happen. Again, so Morag wouldn't fucking grieve her completely. And second of all, she'd probably kill an entire city before she goes, just because she can.
Jesus.
And that's probably why she'd be getting killed. That's because she's killing people. And she would hold no remorse about that. She would make sure that they scream loud and wonderfully
There we go.
for her goddess.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
You know. Make as many people try to worship her goddess before they get killed by her.
screams will reach her ears.
Oh yeah. Anybody that doesn't convert dies. Period. And she'll do that in front of an entire city just because she can.
I was gonna say that's not ominous at all, Tristan. That's
The Empress is not a nice person.
No.
It
And this
sounds
is
like
why Elvain likes her. Elvain has been told from her goddess, so long as they scream and grow from the pain that you inflict on them, or that you are inflicted, then by all means, kill. Do whatever you want. Just make sure that they learn from it. And if it means that they become one of my followers in the meantime, good on you. So, yeah, she found a goddess that aligns very well with her views.
murder, murder, murder.
Yep. Murder, 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 murder! Choke.
Barnaby finds out. Barnaby finds out he's dying tomorrow. He's just like, all right, I guess this world's done.
Yeah, just rejoins in.
It's time to nuke everything.
We need. I didn't put that in a note so I could.
Honestly, I feel like he's the type who would always have that backup plan. Is like, oh no, we're not dying.
We're not dying.
That shit ain't happening.
We're not dying officially. We're going to die for like 2 months. And then we'll be back.
2 months.
Maybe. What did your character's parents expect of them growing up?
Oh god. Well, I think we know the answer for the drow.
For anybody who doesn't know Drow heritage, which I'm pretty sure is not very much, which is, I'm sure most people don't not know. Yeah, her parents expected her to be a priestess of law, to carry on as a matron mother of the house, probably other houses, and to be one of the best in the world. And well, she done fucked that up.
You're the best. around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you. I'm sorry.
Ginger?
Yep.
Ginger was basically found as a kitten and raised by the ship she grew up on. So she basically expected to be casting control water and Gus, to move ships around and being the useful ship's mage and cat for the rest of then she met the others and there was purple mist.
Yep. That purple mist done fucked up, is that not?
Purple mist, all in my brain. Everything is a song, damn it.
Welcome to being a daughter of cacophony. Or in your case, a son of Discord.
Or a bard.
Or
That too.
bard. Or just a musician. Hi. I need to get back to work on music, honestly. I made a lot of headway on something and then ADD'd hard.
Or a Mordred, yep. Yep. Or a Mordred.
Or a Mordred. Yep.
Calyx.
For those who watch this later and don't know, we have a VTM server that Rose runs, and I'm the head of the Anarchs, and basically most of the barons of the Anarchs are a single family.
The Mordred
and they're
family.
they're all very artsy, even though one of them is just the art of war.
Most of them are Toreadors, aka the Art Clan of Vampires. And for those that don't know what VTM is, it's Vampire the Masquerade. Tabletop version, not LARP version, for the record.
We still need to eventually come up with a reason for Lorenzo to find out about Winnie.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
David, just be like, so Lorenzo, there's a chick who needs anger management.
There's a daughter of Cacophony who can teach you to use Melpalm. I'm on it.
Why should I help her? She's a daughter of Cacophony. On it!
Yeah.
Why should I help her? DOC. Why didn't you say that at the start?
Yeah, right.
Because I shouldn't dictate your... You know what, never mind.
I think we're on to Spark for that question, because we've got 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Parents? What parents? But seriously, though, the Warforged were mass manufactured for the purpose of war, though he was actually a pet project of one of the creators, which is the reason he wasn't just built as a tool of war and sent out into the field and was actually taught, to be a researcher type thing, to be an artificer. So, his goal was to basically bring honor to the one who created him, and to keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge and coming up with new ideas and creations and inventions.
Okay.
Also, I gotta say, Ika, that looks fucking amazing.
Thank you. I'm actually having a lot of fun putting this one together.
That's very good.
It is cool looking.
Tristan.
Well, being a proud daughter of a imperial great house, her parents were expecting Morag to be a prim and proper Highland bard that would be marketable for the imperial capital season when she came of age, so she could get married off to a good imperial house and bear plenty of nice imperial children, and maybe eventually vie for the throne if something happened to the master imperial line.
I'm
Obviously,
not laughing at you, Tristan.
Obviously, it didn't work out that way. Having the Empress as her roommate in Bard College gave her all sorts of bad habits, and
yes.
and not only that, also a lot of perks. So she got to jump in line for a few things, but also managed to create a few scandals, and her parents were really mad about those in Bard College. Even if there's a time and a place for everything called college, you don't do that as a proud daughter of the Empire.
Yeah, about that. Tell that to the Empress.
Exactly. She'd probably skin Morag's parents alive.
Oof.
Oh, probably.
Big oof.
Skin her parents alive while keeping them alive.
Yes.
With healing. Oh, look, you're dead? Resurrection. No, you're not. Continuing the torture. Yeah.
Spare the dying.
Spare the dying. Gentle repose. Yeah, see, this is why Alvain likes her goddess. Very much.
I never quite thought about how horrifying healers could be.
Yes.
Oh god! An evil aligned cleric? Dude, 3.5. All I gotta say to you is literally heal hurt, heal hurt, heal hurt. I've seen people do
Mhm.
it. Oh,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
nasty. Also, Lisa says it looks like a fly's eyeball, which up close looks really cool.
I saw that. Thank you.
That's what I was
And,
googling at.
Now I'm just picturing like revivify, inflict wounds. Revivify, inflict wounds.
Oh god, yeah. No, not revivify. Inflict wounds, spare the dying. Heal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean
Why
that's
waste
an extra
diamonds?
step.
Just peel all their skin off of them and cast Spare the Dying on them.
Yep.
Oh,
But why
God.
waste diamonds? They're expensive. So instead
Anything
of
is
wasting
worth
diamonds,
torturing another person, Rose.
Yes, but why waste a valuable gem when you can just, spare the dying them for a cantrip?
Because that adds an extra step.
Yeah, but that saves
Yeah,
you
that's
gold
That's really
in the long
annoying.
run.
You're not gonna win this. You're not gonna win this against me. I will not change my.
The
opinion.
Empress's rationale. Screw the rules. I have money.
Yeah, basically.
I have a question.
Drake.
What's up,
I
Rose?
was about to say, so the Empress subscribes to the Drake Harvey school of thought.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, she does.
The green
Taxes are
item.
reasonable, and so is plunder. That's why taxes are so low in the Empire. They just take everyone else's shit.
What's up, Rose?
You say the green item can also be wondrous, right?
Oh, for the level up.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
because somebody asked for a wondrous item, and I was just like, I don't see why not.
All right.
Which again, I allowed them to level up to level 5, and because they met somebody who knows how to enchant weapons, they're getting a green item.
Yeah, met somebody and agreed to save his wife.
I mean, yes, accurate.
Now we're gonna have fun storming the castle.
Storming the
It'll take a
castle,
miracle.
Have
surviving.
fun
'cause
storming
it's
the
us.
castle.
Bye bye, boys.
Dude,
Shocker.
okay. This is O'Vain. She's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not storming shit. If he gets in trouble, he can die. Yo, goddess, listen for the lovely screams of the stupid
Little
idiot that
goblin
agreed
guy.
to this. I gave you
Okay.
a sacrificial monkey. Enjoy.
The chamber I can't talk about because of plot. I have completed it.
Yep, you cannot talk about that because plot, which I need to make that into actual plot and actually remember to do it. And come up with stats for that shit. Are there actual stats for that shit?
I don't know. If not, I'll have to make
We'll figure it out.
saved as Reggie's Castle something something.
Save the
Was there
veggies.
anyone y'all's characters looked up to when growing up?
Well, I mean, everybody would have been small.
Way to go, Ika.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true for me.
Well, yeah, fair. So, like a stone giant. I don't know.
Is there somebody that O'Vain looked up to when growing up? Her matron? I'll explain that in a minute. Again, I'm covered in gook.
Right. And then with Shadow's character, because they're always short, I assume it's just everybody.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you're just an easy target down there.
Oof.
I'm having fun squishing shit. Not little shit. That's what happens when you put clay stuff from Dollarama with water so that it has a longer lasting life. It gets messy.
You can see so many of the Hortum Inferos maps I've created in here.
Yes, you can.
Very nice.
Like I said, I like that town map one with all the green. That actually looks really cool.
Oh yeah, this was me actually trying to practice making town maps because I suck at them.
That actually looks really cool from the little view that I saw. Oh, that's really, really good. I like that.
That is good.
I do have to
Yeah.
say it kind of reminds me of a Pokemon thing, which for a
Nice.
Poké nerd like
A little
me
bit.
is amazing.
Yeah, I worked on this for like 3 days, I think.
Town
Off and
maps are a
on.
bitch. Town maps are a literal bitch. I tend to do the 3D form of a town map because I like the fantasy 3D
Yeah.
buildings, but a top-down map is usually what a lot of people use. And they have some really nice assets for the top-down map.
See, I like making the little villages like Vedla here, which is actually Chantieri, because it's just easier to put less buildings at a larger size in a smaller area.
Whereas comparative to me, I tend to do the big ones like Windham, which now that I did I ever redo Solstice Suspiria? Yes, I did. I remember redoing that.
Did I?
Because not you, me.
No. I'm thinking out. Oh no, here it is. I was about to say, like, did I fucking delete Willow Root? But no, here it is.
There you go.
Ah,
Yeah. What is something your character is naturally good at? Something your character had to work to be good at. We have 10 minutes left.
what is she
Yeah.
naturally good at? Killing people. What does she have to work at doing? Doing so without being killed.
Magic and balance versus not jumping at every small moving thing.
And skill checks.
Naturally good with music and creativity. Really had to work in Bard College on her spells. It took a lot of effort to get there.
I really thought you were going to say spelling.
No, she's actually a very good speller. Challenge her sometime.
No.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Go, Morag, go. No, I'm just kidding.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Go, Morag.
Flossy Nossi Nihilipilification. Reznov? Or Dave, my bad.
Either way. Naturally good at creating things. Had to work hard at probably spell casting.
Okay. And Reznov.
Oh, what's the question again?
What is something your character is naturally good at and something your character had to work hard to be good at?
Naturally good at? He's naturally good at really being sneaky, stealthy.
Yeah.
Of course, being raised by goblins in the goblin tribe, they're usually sneaky and stuff. And really good with daggers and short swords. Good at stabbing. But something good at that he had to work with, I guess, in a way to be civilized and just be civilized.
Okay. Here you go, Morag. Here's one last look at the Highlands.
Aw, sadness.
You may never get to see them again.
That's a possibility. Very pretty.
That's the good thing about characters like, oh, this is the spooky one with the purple fog. That's the good thing about D&D characters. If they die, just use them in another game.
Or turn them into vampires.
Yes,
Yes.
that too.
That's what I did. Okay, not the vampire thing, but that's what I did with my Scourge Asimar.
So
He died in the Curse of Strahd game, and he lives reincarnated in another life in a Dash's game.
Ika, of your characters, what is one thing that just pick one of your characters that isn't a god, that they had to work at, and something that they're naturally good at?
I think Gunther would be a fun one. So naturally good at with Gunther would probably be the diplomacy thing, because he just wants he wants the group to get along and work together and all that.
Somehow he pulls it off.
Somehow he pulls it off. And then the thing he had to work at was, I mean, you saw when he got angry, right? He has some anger issues.
Some?
He gets hopping mad, and because he's a rabbit, and so yeah, he had to work at his anger issues, which with the group he's around right now,
Doesn't work
probably
very
gonna have
well.
to work a little harder.
I'm gonna say, considering the fact that a certain someone doesn't want to leave him alone anytime soon. Cough, cough.
That was still one of my favorite interactions, was when he was having like the dream of just sitting next to the beach and enjoying the ocean, and Zast shows up and he's just like, "You can kindly fuck off now." He's just,
Fuck off. See, I plan to make something of that. I need to write that down, but I plan to make something of that. I need to write that thought down though before I forget.
but we have 5
5
minutes
minutes
left, and I appreciate all of you joining us for today's like non-episode, but it was fun hanging out and just talking to everybody and answering questions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're still sick, Tristan. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you.
Rosie can get a nap if she needs one.
I'm not gonna miss it anytime soon.
That's fair. We got VTM stuff we can do.
It's because
Oh, yeah.
I have a sleep schedule that I need to do, and I don't work tonight.
Yeah, I think I may have put the at everybody up too late for Jace, so that might be why he didn't.
I
come
was
in
up
today.
before you though, and I also DM'd him.
It's fine. It wasn't like an episode, so. But yep. Rosie, are we gonna be raiding anybody tonight?
We
or-
are actually. Just give me 1 second to write
Well.
something down really fast.
I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna screw up our cameras, but
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up my camera so hard. Oh wow. Alright, so
Oh.
we are going to raid somebody whose name is Elephant Admixture, who I found that they are playing a 3.5 game.
oh,
Really?
So I figured, why not?
Sure.
If I could spell, that'd be wonderful. Elephant Admixture. There we go. And I guess I can actually hit them on my phone real fast before we go too far. Press the 8, you need to do stuff.
oh my God, the cameras are bad.
Yeah, they
Oh
are.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so that being said, we are going to go raid. Thank you, everybody. Much
You can see
love.
my-
Mwah.
You can see my awesome Yu Yu Hakusho shirt though. But yeah,
And
thank
we're
you
on
all
the
for
way.
showing up.